Hi and welcome to the Cult TV Sofa. This is my wrap-up video for the first season of Stargate SG1. I'm going to be discussing the series so far and may make some comments about that might be explained in future episodes, but please don't talk about the future episodes or events in the comments below. I think I said at the beginning that this was a show that I always wanted to watch, but I didn't when it first started, and then the show just kept going and going, so I never got round to it. I've got a bit of a thing about watching a show from the beginning, so I wouldn't start watching it partway through. Really, it bugs me, I can't do that. I did watch the film before watching the series, and at first I thought that was a really bad idea because lots of things that were happening in the episodes contradicted what we'd seen in the film. But as the season has progressed, a lot of the conflicts have been resolved and explained. Not all of them, but I've liked that. This might shock you, but I can be quite critical of what's happening in the episodes. I know, surprising, isn't it? But again, they did a lot of things at the beginning of the series that they then improved as the show went along, such as their quarantine and decontamination procedures. I still think they've got a long way to go, but they are showing us that they are learning and developing as things progress, which is really good. There have been a real mixture of special effects in the show. Some have looked amazing, and some have actually looked a bit ropey. Even the event horizon effects have been a little inconsistent from episode to episode, but they did certainly seem to be improving by the end of the season. I think the sound effects for the show have been outstanding. The sound that the Stargate makes, especially in a large room, you get the echo when the event horizon disappears. That attention to detail just really adds to the show quality. Likewise, the noise that the weapons all make, such as the staff weapons and the new Zat gun that we've seen, they all have a distinctive sound and they're really well done. You can tell what's being fired without even seeing it, and that's really good. Attention to detail. I've always liked Richard Dean Anderson. I used to love watching MacGyver when I was little. He was also in a short-lived show called Legend that I've always wanted to watch, and I've literally just managed to get hold of it. And it's set in the Wild West, so I'm looking forward to watching that. He's a very different Jack from the film. He's got a lot more humour, and that works really well for the series. Michael Shanks really seemed to channel the undead spirit of James Spader. He really was a good person to replace him, but he's also changed a lot during the season and has made Daniel his own, which is really good. I do like the character of Daniel, but he really needs to stop touching strange devices and being surprised when weird things happen. I also like Amanda Tappin as Samantha. I hope I said her surname right. I like that she is the techie for the team, and they've also touched on there being a romantic interest between her and Jack, not even taking into account the fact that they are married in the alternate reality. So I could see that that could lead to some interesting storylines in the future. I'm still a little conflicted about Tilk. Don't get me wrong, I think Christopher Judge plays him very well. I love his silence and the way he responds with simple one-word answers, and the way he keeps that upturned smile still amazes me how he does that. I just still don't think the higher-ups on Earth would let him roam around the base and be part of a team that represents Earth. Well, America. We saw the way that the Colonel who turned up treated those advanced aliens in the Enigma episode. He wanted to lock them all up for life and get them to work for him, them, us. This is what would have happened to Tilk. We've also seen in the past that he's done a lot of bad things. We saw in the Korai episode that he had been Apophis's head guard for many, many years. For him to be in and remain in that position, he must have done awful things. He just must have. If he hadn't, Apophis would not have, would have had him killed and replaced. Only the best, most trusted and ruthless of his soldiers would be in that position. It's hard to wipe away that kind of history. I know they kind of dealt with it, a bit in the Korai episode, but I'm hoping that's not it, and that we see more repercussions, or at least them referring to it in the future, because they really should. The General seems like a reasonable and nice guy. He cares about the people under his command, and so far I really like him as a character. We haven't really seen him much, but from what we have seen, I've really enjoyed him. I did quite enjoy the earlier episodes, but now, in hindsight, I find them some of the weaker ones so far. Emancipation, The First Commandment, and Cold Lazarus are probably fairly near the bottom of my list at the moment. I think Solitudes and Politics were my favourite episodes of the season. The season finale was also right up there, but obviously it's a two-parter? Three-parter, I suppose you could say. So it's difficult to judge it yet, that's in the rest of it. Two episodes that get an honorary mention are Fire and Water and The Torment of Tantalus, both for visual and audio effects. Fire and Water had the alien walking through the water and then passing into a normal atmosphere, and I think that was a phenomenal scene. That was so well done. It really looked like when he was walking, he was pushing against the water, and then he just entered into the normal air atmosphere, and he sped up. I think it was really well done. Likewise, the audio effects of the gate and some of the visuals in The Torment of Tantalus really stuck in my mind. I absolutely love the look of the Stargate itself. I think it looks great from a distance, but a few times there have been some close-ups, and you can really see the detail on them, and in a lot of cases just look beautiful. The idea of a wormhole being used to connect 2 points in the universe together and then travelling through is a brilliant idea for a TV show. It allows for so many different storylines to be used. I think they've done a lot to explain how the gate works, and I'm really looking forward to future episodes where they expand on things, such as the way that the Solitudes episode did. I really enjoy learning more about how all those things work. I did air quotes then on work. You couldn't see it because obviously it's all made up, but I still enjoy learning how they work. Likewise with the weapons, I thought the staff weapons were very distinctive and unique for the show. I really like the Zat guns that they introduced in the season finale. I love the simplicity of the 1 shot to stun, 2 to kill, and 3 to disintegrate. I bet the techies at home would love to get their hands on a few of those. They would be something easy for SG1 to bring back to Earth, so I hope to see more of those in the future. I think this has been a strong start to the show, and it seems to be turning out as I hoped it would. I'm really looking forward to watching further seasons of the show, and I hope to watch them along with you. Be seeing you.